I'm Ryan. This is part 2 of our discussion of Bill O'Reilly and the Electoral College.
And I'm Ryan. We'll discuss whether he is drunk or sober when we return.
You know, Betty White really is the greatest Golden Girl. Choosy parents. Choose Jif. He's so mean. He really is. Hey Ryan, are we out of partisan again?
Bill O'Reilly says the heart of liberalism is race. Drunk or sober?
I'll start here. This one's kind of simple. It's kind of short for me. I've got him drunk, legally, at a .10.
Okay.
So not terrible, but you know, he's obviously a little bit drunk. I think the heart of it is people.
Okay.
And he looks at it that way because in very broad terms, liberals recognize race, and conservatives try not to see it. And so so and the reason it's pretty simple for me is because that if you're a white guy, you've got the luxury of not seeing it.
Right.
And it is very defining in the United States specifically. Race is very defining if you're not white. But so yeah, I mean, there's a good portion of it that's centered on race, but it's not race specifically. It's people in the recognition.
Okay.
Next round.
So I have him. I tackled this similarly. I actually have him at .07. I put him just slightly sober.
Okay.
Because I agree with you. Race is a pretty decent chunk of what liberals kind of focus on in our country, right? I don't think he's nailed it here. I think he went really simplistic, but it's hard to argue that that's not a big deal, right? To liberals and the left. But I would say the heart of liberalism is, and I'm going to get myself in trouble here, so I'm having fun, is equality for minorities and compassion for the poor.
Okay.
All right, so it's people-centric. Now, where I'm getting myself in trouble, so don't throw stones at me here, is I think academically they think it's equality for all.
Okay.
And we've talked a little bit about this, but we didn't really kind of firmly state our positions on this in the past. But when I'm talking about the liberals, I want to be clear, I'm talking about liberal media. Right, I can't, again, kind of group too many people together.
Sure.
So it's how they're kind of presenting it, right? So I think they think academically that it's all about everyone's equality. But I just think there is a sharp lack of compassion for the majority when the majority is mistreated. I think they note it. I do think, again, academically, they care about it.
Yes.
And the way I'm going to try to get myself out of this hole I just dug myself into is my point is that I actually understand that. The benefit, kind of what you're hinting at about being the majority is you really don't need people to stick up for you.
Right.
You don't need it. So the fact that they don't have the passion behind it, it makes sense. It's very human. I think it is more important that academically they see themselves as equality for all. But I just think in practice, it's really focused on equality for the minorities. Last call.
Cheers.
Cheers. Madam Brewmaster, next talking point.